Hey guys, it is Esti and Justin from Not For Long Media.
If you like the video you're about to watch, be sure to like the video itself and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it.
Enjoy the video, and also don't forget to follow us on our socials at Not For Long Media on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
So let's talk about Matt, though. I mean, he's a legend in the area. He's obviously a role model and someone you look up to tremendously, someone that you're close with. Your family is all very close. They come to your games. You know, it's hard not to see. It's an unbelievable thing. But you know, again, you grew up watching Matt. He's a first round pick. He had a great career at Boston College, a great place where you and I probably at one point in time thought we were going to play college football. Was my first offer, was your first offer. I love it there. I know you did too. And, you know, and then all of a sudden he has this really unbelievable NFL career. You know, my opinion, is a Hall of Famer. And, you know, just I got to play against them now in the league. They're in our division. I've got to play against them 4 times now. And it's just kind of cool for me. We've met a couple times in passing and obviously support what he does. But the picture of you guys, as I'm doing some prep for the interview, like on the field, like at the 50-yard line, and like that, you know, that's some special stuff. What does he mean to you?
You know, Matt's been my football hero pretty much my entire life since I can remember being a fan of football. I think he got to BC around 2003 was his first year at BC, and I was probably an 8 or 9 year old kid back then. Maybe not even that. Maybe I don't even know. No, I would have been 8. Yeah, 8 years old. And so that was like right as I started becoming and paying attention to understanding what football was all about. And then by the time he's finished at BC, I'm in 8th grade, and you know, I told you the story. I get to go to his draft party and all that, and see that level of stuff for the first time in my life. And I remember thinking to myself, like this is what it's all about. Like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I will never stop working until I can get to be this. Right. And so Matt was always, you know, and I said it, I got asked a lot of questions about Matt at the combine and stuff, which was kind of funny, but whether Matt knew it, Matt probably didn't even know how much of an effect he had on me. But I watched every press conference. I watched every video, every, you know, game of his, everything that he ever did. That was, you know, obviously I didn't see his practices or his locker room demeanor or anything like that. But, you know, I wanted
you
to
saw him at the Christmas table, though. You saw him at Christmas dinner. Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to be him. Like that's who I wanted to be. It was like Matt was this uberly successful guy. Everybody loves him. Everybody that's always around him. Every coach that I've ever had, and my whole coaching staff came from Atlanta, and so they all knew Matt well. And Kyle and him have an MVP. You know, they played a Super Bowl together, and Matt won the MVP with them, and all the reports that you know, it was cool to get to the Niners and play for Kyle and hear all the stories about Matt and the way that he competes and the way that he prepares and the leader that he is, and have all of your you know, your kid. Yeah, it's like the never meet your idols thing, but my idol was just my family member. And so all those stories wound up being even better than I could have ever even imagined. And I have so much respect for what Matt does. The way he handles himself as a pro, you know, him and Sarah and their 2 kids they have a beautiful family. And Matt, you know, he's one of the best, man. And like you said, I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's had some really unfortunate luck with some teams, with some coaches, with the way a Super Bowl ended. But you know, I was on the losing side of a Super Bowl collapse too, so we can share that common bond, I guess, if you don't really want that, but that's kind of what happens. But yeah, Matt has meant the world to me, and he was always the blueprint for everything I ever did. Obviously, once I got to college, I started having to play. I played a completely different position than he did. But the way I handled myself, the way I tried to, you know, present myself in interviews, the way my teammates talked about me, the way my teammates respected me, the competitor that I was, all that came from Matt, and trying to emulate him. And obviously it's taken a little bit more of its own now, now that I have my own flair on it. But from grade school through high school to the early part of college, man, Matt was all I ever looked at. And it's I'm so, you know, proud of him and the work that he's done and the career that he's had. And hopefully I can continue to own my own career and have something similar that Matt has had. And that's what it's all about, man. He's everything you want a football player to be. And that's what's cool about it.
You guys have a tremendous family, man. I've been lucky enough to get to know pretty much all you guys, really, to some extent. And
we were all at that graduation party. So you shared a special moment of your life with every one of us. So
I did. Yeah. And spent many times back at the cul-de-sac back there with DJ, Danny and the boys and Fitz, and a lot of good people there, man.